up Stephen to read the poem. So now you got this set up. I usually don't set things up. I mean, I feel so old. I mean, immature but old. Oh, okay. I wanted to leave, but felt trapped within the Q&A. Fine, full blades of grass crept through the clefts of the ruins, and a field of roses surrounded the colonnades trapped within its chassis. We need not create a world, I mutter something to Jim. Used to be so as one could walk within the garden without seeking solutions. H.W.'s pretty wife left him for a rich young Freemason. Anti all the rest, where will all the poems and rhetoric go now? Bad enough in any season, but this one's so interchangeable with the last. He's closing up shop for dollar and health. CZ, not a bad looker. Will not see that statue where Emma lay rise up before her again. We sat in the truck. It reeked of sullen and free, crammed with colonnades and no license to bear them. I muttered something to Jim. What is Freemason, and does he still exist? Slave revolt, he says, disguised as wild orgy. Something tells me then, something tells me someone else told me the same thing again. What's meant by all this pony, I asked, is all that philosophy you speak of, is it useful, says useful as a poem? There's the rub out, climbing toward the tops of it. I insist on leaving, but only to myself. I am seated in a corner, trapped within the Q&A. I'm not easy to read, though I always think I am, so I say, here, this is me, and this is what I say. I am read like this, so read me. Hey, don't read me, I'll do it for you. H.W. says she left him and his funds and health are failing. Oh, stinking, fucking, rotten world where an uncontrollable grope comes so natural. Cider in the corner. Coffee's not so good here anyhow. Man, one's nuns, the music neither. It's all the same anyway. Two dead crows in a little basket with a lid. They've been showing us the same shot for decades. I mutter something to Jim. I could have left this place hours ago, but instead munch another carrot. Now the Q&A is over, and all I can ask is why. I never read that in public, and I hope it was two crows aren't around it. Okay, this is a new one. I wrote it for a magazine that rejected it. But thankfully they accepted something else. The whole idea of the theme of the magazine was kind of translation. In other words, writing something that was pretty much in English, but based on something that came from a Latin language. So the one they did accept for me, I lied to them and said it was based on a Juan Ramon Jimenez poem, but it was really not. and the one they didn't accept is actually pretty much based on Spanish signs you read in a hospital for poor people, and a poem by Garcia Lorca called The Insomniac Ballad. I mean, the Somnambule Ballad. This is called the Insomniac's Ballad. It's got two subtitles: An Outpatient's Bill of Rights, aka Substandard Entertainment. It has a epigram by Garcia Lorca from my favorite poem by him, which is Green, How Much I Want You Green. And I think I actually say it in here in Spanish at least once. 1. Everybody up here looks like they're dying. Feuds, strong sunlight through crossed panes, leafless branches bending skyward, images and melodies stolen from other singers, sinners, crazy romantics, dying like revolutions, everyone. Assembled in front of cotton diaphragms, the art of dispersed and disparate cultures brought together for this grab at celluloid's reality and one's own ray of light, the dipsomania of confused mantillas of early foliage out of this world and into the next. Two, less, enough, more, plenty. The climber, the dancer, the fighter, all twisted together by memory and gravity and chance, their blood mingling as they spill themselves onto the floor and feast, acrobat and ball interact, their eventualities entwine in oblivion. Memory is the gravity that keeps us here. Without memory, we are nowhere. Views, sack, valise, every uniform, green sandpaper blanket, the spotlighted rider and his sad smoke machine, smoky strains of now. Though for all we tick and tock away, the past is all there really is. We are watching an old movie, grainy, black and white into muted grays, unbreakable habits, solitary lockdowns. 3, she lies on a pillow in the middle of a heart, the little girl of love, the curly, blonde-haired nymphette of love. She waits. I long for her, although I do not know her. Kajera, I miss her. For though she is right here in my sight, she is already in the past, a moon of bone, the beauty of a leafless landscape. Without memory, there can be no firm connection to place. I will make up where I come from now on. 4, fractured, disembodied, the disembodied wills of will and will to and will not, and nod as she attaches the form, forming the U of union, perhaps, and dons the chubby red dress of redress, which is up to you in form. So move, moving. They're all there, the gang of female therapists and pill pushers. And you must remember to buy garlic for the hamburger meat and hope she does not forget the bones of the moon, my bitter ladle maintained and dismantled as I might forget my eye for my eye, the recipe, blood, chopped, ground, yolk, minced, onion, oregano, and other green spices, verde, cape, tierra verde, police, kosher salt, sea salt, need, then form into the patty, cooked to taste in small amount of oil, rather fry, unless this is a no-fry zone. The now corrupt, the disembodied beast, Tombo de Noti, Salavina, Toneda, San Clarco, Paramido de Peligroso, choices and desires held first where there are no balconies to dream of. I am changing as I close in on death, my eye for my eye, staring more and more at the cleavage of young girls, wrapping my hands around them in my mind, actually touching a sunset with my how young is young, my harness for your pillow, Farmacia formations, ascensores locales, servicios financieros para los patios verde. But who will come and from where? I will trade my prostate for your cleavage. I climb up inside you, but there is no one there left inside you.